All righty, incredible afternoon. Good, incredible evening. All right, I don't know. When I was listening to the intro part of it, it did seem as if my audio was going in and out. At least on that part. So I'm not sure if it's an internet thing. I'm not getting the internet unstable warning. So if you guys could let me know before I even kind of get too deep into this, if you guys hear me okay. I am now, actually talking. Let me know if my audio is going in and out. I don't want to go out and get too deep into this and the feed is actually messed up. So testing 1 2. If you guys can let me know if everything is okay, you can hear me okay. All right. Just give me a second. All right. So everyone can hear me. Everyone can hear me okay. It's not going in and out. Okay. No, I paused for a minute. So the sound isn't gone. I just paused for a second. I was trying to do this post. So let's go copy. All right. Let's see. Testing 1 2. Making sure that you guys can hear me. On my phone, my start screen looks blurry. Can you guys let me know if that looks okay? Is my start screen blurry to you guys or is it perfectly clear? Actually, I should have asked that before I start to share this. For some reason on mine, my start screen looks blurry. And if that's blurry, that means my video is going to be blurry as well. So testing for audio and let me know if the screen is crystal clear. Okay, you guys are saying it's crystal clear. All righty, let me go ahead and share this out. Oh, wait, shoot. I meant that's the wrong place to share that. That's a sublimation group. I'm looking for my Roland group. I didn't mean to share it there. All right, there we go. So if you guys can do me a favor and also share it out if you know anyone that is interested in the EcoSolvent printer, which is the Roland one. There are ones that you can convert. I'm not necessarily talking about that because I have not converted one yet. but we are talking about the Roland one. Yeah, no one can see me. All you guys see is my my startup screen because I had to make sure my audio was good and the visual was good. Oh wait, did I change my privacy on this? Let me just check that real quick. Make sure that we're good on all fronts, and then we're going to go ahead and get started. So edit, and no, I did not. Good thing I checked again. All right, so there we go on that one. So I can see the comments from the Shaquille O'Neal one. Oh wait, that was the wrong one. Okay, hold on. There, privacy. Okay, perfect. All right, cool beans, cool beans, cool beans. All right, hello, 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 everyone, and incredible evening. How are you guys doing? All right, we're going to try this again now that I got my whole life together and got the right one because I did have the wrong transfer. So if you saw the video yesterday, you saw me get to use the VLR, which, to take off the vinyl. When it comes to eco-solvent ones, I will tell you this. It changed the colors. My hands were black last night and a little bit of it bled onto the white vinyl that was already on there. And I tried to wash it. It didn't come out in one spot. So be very careful with that. Like if you're going to use the eco-solvent one, that solvent-based remover, and it does make the ink come off as well. And my hands are just covered in black. Oh, okay, look, that looks like that's him now. So gonna get this done. But yes, I am Shakia, the professor of Silhouholics Anonymous, which is my platform where I teach you guys Silhouette Studio. We also are the owners of the product line, Honestly Speaking. A lot of people still say speaking because it's the ink in there, but it's actually pronounced speaking. It's just a play on words because your girl speaks honestly about all things creative. You can find our Honestly Speaking products at hsink365.com. Again, that is hsink365.com, or simply go to shop.hsink365.com, which waiting for this to pop up. There we go. All right. And that's where you can find our sublimation ink, sublimation paper, our sublimation paper. Whoa, what is going on here? Say what now? Did somebody hack into y'all? My heart is pounding because I'm trying to figure out why is Jesus. I'm trying to figure out why is this on here like this. I feel like I got hacked. What's going on with my website? Why for Harpo do we see this? Okay, gotta figure out what's going on with my website. Where did that go? Oh wow. I don't remember seeing that earlier today. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, we have oh wow, y'all. I'm freaking out now because I'm like, well, what the heck happened to my website? Well, why is that like that? Because I haven't changed anything on the site. Gotta see if somebody else touched something on the site. But this is where you can go to find our classes, I have some files, some templates, gonna be adding more. Gonna be adding some more to the graduation stuff. So if you have the Vault, you'll get the new graduation stuff within like the next week and a half, week or two, some new designs for yard signs, which I'm going to print my yard signs this year on my Roland. I'm excited about that because every other year I've had to outsource them. So this year I get to print my signs in-house on my Roland BN20. I'm super excited about that one. Can't wait to do my first one and then share that with you guys once I make my first yard sign with it. But you'll be able to purchase them by themselves, the yard sign templates. There's going to be some more graduation fan templates and things like that on the site. So you can find all of that at shop.hsink365 or just www.hsink3. Oh, I forgot 365. hsink365.com. Our sublimation paper allows you to sublimate, as low as 365 degrees, as fast as 30 seconds. All right. And all of our bottles for pigment ink and sublimation ink, 140 milliliters. All right, now that we've gotten that out of the way, if you are new here, because this was shared out in a group, or maybe Facebook or YouTube put this on your feed because you've been searching things on a Roland, welcome to my little creative world. Introduce yourself. Let us know what you do in the creative space. If you do sublimation, if you're thinking about getting an eco solvent printer, like I said, there are, you'll probably start to see videos pop up more with people converting Epson eco tank printers to eco solvent. That is two totally different things. Eco solvent and eco tank, two different things, two different types of ink. So you do have to convert it the same way you would with sublimation by putting in eco solvent ink. It's a water-based solvent ink. Yeah, eco solvent ink. It's not like the ones that's in the Roland and some of the other bigger machines, but people have been doing that. I have not done that yet, so I cannot fully answer your questions when it comes to converting an Epson printer. I have a BN20. I have the one that has the silver ink in it. I will say that I'm not using it as much as I thought I would. If you are interested in getting a BN20, or even the BN20A, I think the BN20A, you can't do silver anyway, unless you are going to print on a bunch of items that are clear. So like clear stickers, window cling, and things like that. I wouldn't recommend the white ink system, because that's also one where if you're not using it, it can clog up and leak and all that kind of good jazz. If you're just doing regular, you're going to print to just regular adhesive vinyl, or print to Caesar color print, or even some of the other ones. Stalls has some, and it's like I think Thermoflex may have some as well, but I know that Stalls, like their CAD cut vinyl, they have some printable one, and then of course there's Caesar. Those, then just do the double magenta system. I don't recommend silver unless you're going to, for sure you're going to use a lot of it. If you're wanting more of that silver or metallic look, you can print to the holographic and vinyl and things like that. It's not quite the same, because the ink is still like on top. It's still, the ink is still like kind of like opaque. So it's not completely like resting on top. You can fully see that holographic everywhere. So it's kind of like hit or miss. It's not quite the same for me when it comes to printing with the metallic one. I love the way the metallic looks, but you do have to laminate those and all this kind of good jazz, because it will come off. So my recommendation, like I said, if you're not going to do unclear, or you're not going to do a lot of things with metallic, get the double magenta system. Whole lot easier to deal with, all right? So let's see. Let's see. Someone said I was going in and out. Am I going in and out? Not sure. I just happened to look up and saw a comment that says I was going in and out. So express print, I'm not sure what you mean as far as express print. Let's see. I'm thinking about getting the BN20. Would you recommend it for shirts and yard signs or large decals? Yes. We mainly got it for us to make our stickers, like for product stickers for us. And to not have to go to like Sticker Mule. I also got it so that I can do my own yard signs. I did print some gable like onto adhesive vinyl, and it made it a little bit faster for me to put together gable boxes to cover like the entire thing. That was pretty cool when I printed to the printable vinyl for that. It does print slow, so I will tell you that it is not a fast printer in any way, shape, or form. But that's also because it is like the resolution on it is amazing. It's actually better than some of the more expensive and larger ones. It is a great printer. If you're looking for great prints and more efficient production, it's going to be better for you to use that as a printer, and then get a separate cutter that has arms. Like it's where you can read basically registration marks. So it's going to be better for you to get that like a Graph Tech, and then you're going to print it based off of the Graph Tech settings to the Roland, and then you'll take that, load it into your GrabTech or your US cutter, and then you're going to let it read the registration marks and cut it on those. It cuts a lot faster with those. Also, if you want to do a cut pretty much all the way through, like a true sticker, the GrabTechs and like all of those work better for that. It does cut. It's considered to be a slower cutter because the way that it cuts, it doesn't just kind of move and just go and like cut. Every time it moves to a new one, it like screws down, it cuts, it goes back up, moves over, winds down, cuts, winds back up. So that can cut into your speed of production. And if you're doing a lot of things, like that can be kind of annoying once you kind of really, really get going. If you're doing like a lot of stickers and stuff like that, you may want to consider getting a separate cutter for that. But other than that, I really do like it. So the next thing that I'm going to go over what's those things called? The cut contour lines. Again, I did it last night, but I am going to do it again in this video. But one of the things that I noticed and I wanted to kind of talk about was the color on this. Because the first one that I did, I printed out, it was like a mistake on it. But I looked at it, I was trying to find that one. I was like, wait a minute, why does this look so dark? But then the bigger ones, it had for some reason, it had like a little extra line on it. So I went in, I'm like, okay, well, maybe it's because it was a JPEG, because I did the QR codes and it was saved as a JPEG. I didn't see it on Silhouette. When I got it to Illustrator, I saw like, it's almost like it was repeating the image. Excuse me. And then I did it twice and it did it again. So then I went in and just, went to my original SV, like my vector file from where I created the SVG, and it was just circles filled with color. So I saved it as a PDF, took it over to Illustrator, put my lines on it, and then sent it to print. Well, I kind of noticed it last night, but I thought maybe it was just me. I'm like, maybe it will brighten up once I press it. But then I did it again and I found the other. I was like, no, it came out much darker. So I'm not sure if it's a going from Silhouette thing to then taking it as a PDF and putting it over in Illustrator or Corel Draw that did it. But I had to save it as a JPEG or like a PNG. Like it has to just be an actual picture image or bitmap image because the colors were significantly different. So y'all know my lighting in here is horrible, although hopefully by this weekend I'll have better lighting. Once again, I keep telling y'all need to get y'all an even, just not my even. He went and got lights and he's going to connect it somehow to the lights or whatever. So he's going to put more lighting in here, recessed lights, so it'll light down and be all nice in here. So get y'all an even. Just don't come for my even because I cut you about my even. But not sure if you can, well, see from there, I think you can tell. It looks lighter up here than it does down here. This is the true black one. This is the one from Silhouette Studio. I had to save it as a JPEG first and then resize it and then do all my cut line, like put my thing on there to cut the lines and then save it as a PDF. This one was just the vector file. So this was like the circles and where I filled it in with black. I verified it. It was filled with black. But for some reason, sending this to the printer, it's more of like a gray, like it's like a dark gray instead of black. So there and there, you can somewhat see the difference and even how shiny this one is versus this one. So there you can really see it. That's not bad lighting. That's how that one came out. And then this is a true black. So so a printing tip is if you're going to use Silhouette Studio, make sure that you do save it as a JPEG so that it doesn't print, like, to make sure it's going to print accurately. But I don't know about other colors because we haven't had that issue. But for the blacks, definitely save it as a JPEG first. Of course, I will show you how to do that. Now, this right here is the Subli Thin. He told me it's called Subli Thin Light or LT. This is supposed to be a little bit thinner than the original Subli Thin. This one has a gray backing on it. And it's supposed to provide more color block with this one, and it's a bit thinner. He did let me know that some people don't really care because it's harder to mask and it will curl up. So I'm going to test it with the ones that's messed up first. And what I'm thinking I'm going to do with this is try to mask it, the whole thing first, and then pull the back, like pull the negative away. That way it's already down on the masking, because he said some people were saying with the Subly Thin Light, it wasn't as easy to mask it. So we're going to test that out. And that's the blessing in disguise that this one messed up, that I'm going to put the masking on it just to see if I'm going to have an issue. So this will be great for you guys if you're going to do the printable ones and kind of see different techniques for masking. So this is going to be a little bit of a longer video, because I'm just going to I'm not pressing these. I'm just going to test the masking of this. All right. And then there's this one. So I'm just going to put this here because I need to cut it down and then put the masking on it. So then it took 6 hours to print and cut 42 images on the BN20. So the one thing with the BN20, sometimes like it will take a really long time. What I do recommend, if you're going to put designs on it, it's not like a regular printer where it will just, okay, let's say I'm going to use this one because it's smaller. So let's say this is the printer, right? And you have a design that's just right here. It's not going to just print right here. It doesn't do that. Like most printers, it'll go to where it needs to and print just this area. The way the BN20 works is it's going to go the full length of the 20 and come back. Put the ink down, come back. So it does, like I said, it does print slower because of how it prints, but also in the fact that it goes all the way across. So when you're setting up your design, the best thing for you to do is to make sure that you take up as much space going across as possible. If you have a design and it flips this way, and let's say it goes like this, don't print it like this. Turn it and take full advantage of that 18.9, 18.5 inches. Take full advantage, because no matter what, the print head is going to go all the way across and then come back. And that's one of the reasons why it takes long, like it takes a little bit for it to actually print, because of how it goes across. And then when it comes to cutting, if it's a lot of them, like I said, it corkscrews down, cuts, corkscrews up, moves, corkscrews down, cuts, corkscrew up. So it can take a really long time. I don't know. I'm not sure why yours did that. 6 hours is a really long time. We did 50 stickers at a time, and it was only 2 hours. So I'm not sure why yours took 6 for 42. Maybe, I mean, ours weren't that big either. So I'm not sure. It also depends on how big your images were. Do you have a video on how to size the prints for Versaworks or in Versaworks? Hopes that makes sense. So I don't do anything in Versaworks. Versaworks, once it goes over there, it is ready to go. So I am going to show you how I set it up in Silhouette Studio and then take it over to Illustrator. You can take it to Illustrator, Corel Draw, Xfinity Designer, or Flexi to be able to set it, to save it as your PDF with your cut contour lines. So I am going to show you how to do that, but I size everything up in Silhouette Studio and then only use Illustrator to apply my cut contour. If you're familiar with Illustrator, Corel Draw, Flexi, Affinity Designer, you definitely can design in there. I'm a Silhouette girl. It's a lot easier for me to design in Silhouette and then just transfer it over just to set the cut contour lines. So would you use it for one, like a shirt order of one? I mean, you can, but again, it's going to take you a little minute. Try and turn it. It is better if you put other things on there, but if you have to, I mean, yeah, I did like this one. It's a shirt order. It's one order, but the image is pretty big, and I'm doing one for the back, the front, and then these were just extras. All right. So let's head over to Silhouette Studio, and I'm going to show you how I set it up. So I'm going to remove these. Whoa. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and just delete these. So originally this, like I said, it was a vector one because it was all I made. Y'all saw the video probably a couple weeks ago. I sat here and made this QR code because whatever. I'm doing that. I'm live. Because I wanted, my barber's here. Because I wanted them to be perfect circles. So I go in and I do like a little grid and I make my QR codes to where they're perfect circles, just in case I ever want to actually cut it from something, or even use it for laser and stuff like that. I just want it to be nice, perfect circles. So if you guys can watch that video when I create these QR codes. But when it was like that, you have to make it a egg first. So originally it was just one of them on here. And so, well, I can delete this stuff too. So it's normal. It was just one of the QR codes. And because I want a box around it because of what it's going on, I put my rounded rectangle on it. Then I selected both pieces, go to File, Save Selection, Save to Hard Drive, go to Save As Type, make it a JPEG, and then label it or title it, and then hit OK. All right. Once you do that, then you're going to size it. So for this one, I need it to be a little bit bigger than 7.5. So I just go in there and size it. Then the one for the back had to be 5.2. Yes, my love. Oh, you got a new case? Okay, buddy. Mommy's on live. So now I'm going to go over here and I'm going to make this 5.2, 5.2. Amazon must have just come. And I size it there. I'm going to put this on the screen. Let me get rid of this. This is from my class just now. Now, if you, when it comes to using the Roland, it's better if you have, when you're saving it as a PDF, don't have a lot of extra, because when you open it in Versaworks, it's going to still sense all of that extra space. And then it's just going to, like, once it's done doing what it's supposed to do, even before it goes back and cuts, it's just going to go zzz, 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 and it's going to keep moving until it reaches the bottom. So don't just do like a 12 by 12 page. Whatever your design size is, maybe make it a little bit bigger than that. So I have this as a 7.5. So my design page is 18.5 by 8. Even though it says the 20-inch cutter, you cannot you cannot print the full 20 inches. I think you really only get about like 18.9. So it's not even 19 inches that you get. So you lose, a little over an inch of like print space. So to be on the safe side, whenever I'm designing in Silhouette Studio, I set it to 18.5. Now, when you take it over to Versaworks, it just might tell you you're outside of the available space. But because I know I made it 18.5, I'm not worried about it. It still prints and cuts and stuff like that. So I make mine 18.5, and I'm never worried about whether or not it's going to cut off. Okay. So we have this one. You're going to go ahead and size it. And then, of course, I added 2 more to it. And I think I just made those like 2.5, then 2.5. Oh, yeah. Well, like that. And I just put 2 of them there. I probably could have printed more, like filled in space here. I mean, if you can, it's going to print. It's going to take that long to print anyway. So maybe if you want to add a little, like you're doing something for someone else, add something for you. Add, your logo, and you can put that inside of something. Add some sort of tag, because regardless of what, it's going to print in this area. Now, the only thing that will, of course, make it take longer is cutting it. So I wouldn't try and put like a bunch of small items. But if you have to, like, take advantage of this real estate in here. Okay. So once you have it set up how you want it, we're going to select it all. copy, and paste in front. Then I'm going to go over to my color palette, and I choose a color that's the same as the color that I have set in Illustrator. So I'm just going to choose this color. I like to hit weld just on some off chance there's something there. I don't want that to turn into a cut line. I want to make sure that the cut line is only to the outside. So just to be on the safe side, I'm a creature of habit when doing it. Even when I know there's nothing there, I just want to take the chance that there's that one time where I forget and it becomes a cut line. So I automatically choose weld, or you can right click and choose weld. Once you have that in place, make sure that you do not move it. It cannot move at all. Okay. And then we're going to go File, Save As, Save to Hard Drive. So this time it's just Save As, not Save Selection. I'm going to put this on my desktop because this is the one I'm going to delete because I've actually already done this one. So delete. We're going to click on the drop down. Oh, let me move my big head. We're going to go to the drop down and save it as a PDF. In order to use Silhouette Studio and use it in conjunction with Illustrator or any of those, you do have to have Business Edition so that you can save it as a PDF. So we're going to go to PDF and OK. Once you save that, you're going to go over to Illustrator, Corel Draw, any of those, and you're going to open it. You're going to, and you actually could have grouped it together in Silhouette and it would have been grouped over here too, but I forgot to do that. So I'm just going to click on each one. Here on my color palette, or even over here, I'm going to click on the fill color and make that no color. Without clicking off, you're going to click on the line color. I'm going to close mine out. I come down here to my libraries. I go to user define, and there is my Roland color swatches. It's set already for cut contour. So I'm going to make the line on that cut contour. I make my line color that. All right. And now when I click off, there is a blue line there. By having it coded as cut contour, it will not print. It is what's going to let Versaworks know what to cut. Unfortunately, I cannot show you Versaworks because I'm on my desktop. My desktop has never been connected to my Roland. And in order for you to actually get it on here, it wants to know like which machine it is. I don't have Versaworks here. I did have a video before where I just kind of had my camera showing it and I showed it in Versaworks, not this one, but a different project. My goal is to eventually show you guys the Versaworks part. Like I will do something here, have the camera set up at the Roland and at the laptop that's at the Roland, and or you'll hear me refer to him as Roro. You'll see me set up at Roro, and then I will show you again from there. But tonight I cannot show you Versaworks. Just know that you open it up in Versaworks, then you go to your settings, you set it to whatever you're going to do for print. You're going to go to the little scissors, set it to print and cut. I cut this particular one on blade 15, force 75. I don't remember what the speed was. I think the speed was whatever. If it's a speed on there, I think it was whatever was like default. But that first one was set to 15. That second one was set to 75, and it cut through because that's why I pulled this one off to make sure that it cut through. All right. So that's that. Okay, my sizes never go over. It's always extra big. And so you're designing in Silhouette and then saving it as a PDF and then taking it to Illustrator. It shouldn't change the size if you're saving it as a PDF because PDFs will keep the exact size. Yeah, it's not something that's fast. That's why a lot of people are for shirts, they're using the converted one because the regular Epson printer definitely will print faster, but then you still have to put it on the silhouette to cut it and, you know, getting your registration marks and all that. So a lot of people prefer the converted ones because it is going to print faster and it will cut faster by taking it to silhouette. If you just print it and then take it to a different cutter, it will work better that way also. Now you can use smaller sheets of vinyl or smaller pieces of vinyl on it. You just have to adjust your adjust like the little arm that's on there for it to come in for smaller pieces. They're going on a jersey. I use mine for shirts and signs. Thank you for introducing me to Rapid Tech. Yes, from last year, I made my 48 by 84 inch sign. It's so much easier to lay because I had to splice it in 4 sections. Oh, wow. That is huge. So yes, I love me some Rapid Tech. All right. So we're going to go ahead and cut this up. I'm going to go to the other camera so I can go to the heat press, cut this up, mask it off, and then we're going to press it. Definitely probably should use some scissors on this, but I gotta check and make sure where the line is for this one because I don't want to cut too much because I'm gonna have to go back in and cut this to trim it to be straight to feed it back in. But I don't want to cut my cut line either. I'm just being lazy and don't want to go get my scissors. All right. Oh, I want to see if I can get some of this adhesive off. Somewhat. It's not as pronounced as it was before. All right. So I want to test this first because they did say that this one does not mask as well as the regular the regular Subli Light. So I'm going to take this one, shoot. Hold on. Where is my little tile that I had yesterday? Just so that I can actually cut. I really should go get my scissors. Everything is in the hallway. Every day I say I'm going to work on this office, and then I get busy doing something, and then I don't. And so all my supplies are not back in my office yet. All right. So let's test this one. Oh gosh. I'm gonna grab me a little piece of masking here. Okay, I need scissors for this. I don't want to butcher this. Give me a second. I need to go get scissors. Actually, you know what? My cheetah print scissors should be in here. not cheetah. What them things called? My zebra print scissors. I just thought about that. Where are my zebra print scissors? Okay, they're not in here. All right, give me a second. I'm going to go get a pair of scissors. All right. Oh, what the heck is that? What did I touch that had ink on it? Oh, gotta wipe my hands before I start touching stuff. I don't know why I grabbed these little scissors. The first ones I saw. All right, so let me wipe my hand off before I get that on something. All right. We're going to see how this is with putting the mask down first and then weeding it. This is one I have not used because he said this is a different one because it has the gray on the back. It's called Doubly Thin Light. So, all right. When you're printing these, you don't mirror them. So I'm going to try and mask this while it's on here. Yes, love. Gotta push all the bubbles out. Yes, sweetheart. Okay, buddy. Close the door. Oh, wait. Because I guess I'm going to have to peel this twice. And then we try and move. Ooh, maybe it didn't cut all the way through. Uh-oh. So why did the one come off, but this one didn't? Oh, snap. I don't think it cut all the way through. Oh, crapola. Well, good thing I kind of looked at this one. But I don't, now, but the one came off. Why didn't this cut all the way through? Okay, there it is. But then I had to pull it. Ooh. Okay, this was just a tester one. But at least it's stuck down and it's flat. So I'm okay with that. I'm going to leave this just in case he wants it for something else. All right, so at least I know that it'll come off that way. I want to make sure there were no issues with it. So we're going to do the one for the back first. Oh, shucks. I can't see this cut line. All right, I'm going to try and just weed around it first because I can't see the cut line. So, yeah. Hopefully it masks okay. He just said that some people don't like the way that it rolls and they don't like the way it masks. But hopefully I don't have any issues and it masks okay for me. Because I was afraid I was going to cut it in the wrong spot. I mean, mine, I guess one good thing about me not having an ideal cut is it didn't lift up. Sometimes if you cut too deep as you're weeding it away, the ends will curl and that will keep it from, like, even with the regular easy print, color print, if it curls too much, it makes it a little bit harder to mask. All right. So there's that. And then where is my other piece of masking? Oh, here it is. Kind of cup it or like roll it here so that you can put it down smoothly. It needs to be on a flat surface. That's why I brought this tile over here, because it needs to be on a flat surface. And I don't have a lot of surface space in my office right now because stuff is everywhere. So I have to do it over here. And for the camera's sake, for you guys to see it, I just brought this over here because it needs to be on a nice flat surface. And you have to use a squeegee to just make sure it's nice and adhered to the transfer tape. Pull that off. All right, I'm going to cover this up with a little parchment paper because I will have it on. And this isn't quite big enough to cover up all of this jersey. I don't want that to bleed onto my well, I guess I didn't put anything on the bottom either, but I don't want it to get on the top for sure. And we're going to press this for 15 seconds. Oh, this one is actually lower. You can do 275 seconds with this one, not 300. So I'm going to take it up from 15. And I forgot, this is a much lower temperature because it's the Subli Thin. So I'm going to go down to, just be on the safe side, I'm going to go down to 280. Oh, that's good. It's down. Gotta stretch it. Yeah, we're good. See, this time it did not bleed through. If you saw yesterday, I completely forgot that this was polyester and it bled through and it was gray looking. So now it's white. All right. And we're going to do the other side now. All right, put my tile back so we can mask off. We can use the same exact carrier sheet. Roll it, put it down evenly, squeegee it. Now this, I probably should have made this one a little bit bigger because we had to remove the one from yesterday. So now I have to make sure that this literally lines right up. Like it has to line exactly up like with the other one. If not, we're going to see glue marks. So I have to make sure I line this up darn near perfectly. Because we had that little issue yesterday. So gotta line it up where it's spot on and we don't see any of the glue from yesterday's mishap. Oh Lord, I don't know what I was thinking. I should have made this just a little bit bigger. Dang it. I should have gone just a tad bit bigger. I forgot about the mess up. I just did it at the regular size. No! Dang it. Oh, I don't know why. See, that one there from yesterday. So I have to get this like spot on. Dang it, dang it, dang it. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay. I just need to okay, I think that's about as good as it's going to get. I mean, I am now right up on that word at the top. All right. Whew. All right, so I'm going to quick tack this only because I don't want it to put a line of demarcation on the words that's above it. So I'm going to quick tack it. And then take this off. So I can move it up just a little. And now press it for the full time. And there we go. He has his QR code on his jersey for when he's in the airport. I think that's what he wanted it for. If y'all want to scan it, my barber is awesome. He also has, I don't know if he wants me to, so one of the things, he's our barber, but we also talk shop and talk business with him. Recession, he has this thing, they have this group, it's recession proof or something like, I forget this what it is. And he is who is helping us with when it comes to business credit and things like that. And then y'all saw the box that I made for him that was called Think Outside the Shop. And it's basically like him, his mentorship program to help those in like the beauty industry, or like I'm trying to make it to where it's straight on camera, but that ain't working. Kind of think outside the shop to where, things that they can do, whether it's creating a product line, just running their business as a full-on business and not just thinking of themselves as like, a barber or a hairdresser and things like that. So think outside the shop is the other part of it. So he's helping entrepreneurs like that, like think outside of the norm and like kind of detach from the shop and do others outside of like cutting hair and stuff like that. So that's his business, his company. He kind of keeps me busy. Y'all probably seen me I put stuff on his capes and all that kind of good jazz. We're going to switch back over to the other camera so I can answer any questions that you guys may have. All right. So let's see. Yes, this will be on replay. I love the cat color express print. For now, it makes it so easy. Yeah, I want to try Stalls because I got a Stalls heat press. I do want to try theirs, but like my local place has the Caesar brand, but I do want to try Stalls cat because I talked about that in the beginning. Thank you. So yeah, there's that. And it had to be this big because there was a number there. The number wasn't as long, but it was wide. So I had to make it as a full square to cover the width, but the length had to be that wide, as that long as well, because it's supposed to be a perfect square for the QR code. So that's why it looks a little big, because there was a number here. So if you missed the video yesterday, we used the VLR and I took the numbers off. I can say letters, the numbers off. And you probably saw it before I pressed it. But if you saw yesterday, that's why I left that video up, because I wanted you to see the difference between using one that is made for dye block. So that color is not going to come through. When you're doing things on colored polyester, even if it's 3% polyester, if you're doing Easy Subli doesn't have dye block. If you're doing Jet Pro 3G, any of those, it's going to come through and it's going to look like that one, grayish. But this one has that dye block on the back and it won't come through. So this stays a nice pure white. And the QR code should work even if you guys put your phone up to the camera, to the monitor. It should work to scan the QR code if you want to see his services and stuff. All right. Any questions for moi? Hold on. I'm going to turn up the mic and you can hear his reaction. Hold on. Oh, flock. Oh, Lord. He's so, oh my God, he's so happy. He's because he said now he's gonna put his Think Outside the Shop book on here. I don't know if y'all can hear him. And so he wanted to see if it worked. And he was standing far away. So, like with this, somebody doesn't even have to get up on him. Like where I was standing at and where he took it, he was standing a little bit further away and was able to just put his phone to it and scan. Y'all hear him? So yeah, this is I think I want to make myself one now. Like when I'm out in Walmart, like yo, Flock, I'm gonna have to do me a shirt like this. I think they all gonna be trying to do QR because I have my link tree and I made so y'all have seen this process from like the beginning. So I did his link tree. And then I made the QR codes. I showed you how to create QR codes from it using Google Chrome. How to make so this I did custom. And yes, love. iPad. Yes. So I did this because that's his. So his bespoke barb, I took the B and his like this is a part of his logo. So I took that, put that in the middle, and this doesn't affect your QR code. You can take it off. You can put anything there. Like on ours, we have a shopping bag and a drip, like our signature drip. So you can put anything in it. So I will put all of this as a playlist on 365 Creative Academy's YouTube. 365 Creative Academy's YouTube. I'll put a playlist from how I created the link tree, how I created the QR code, and both videos from yesterday and today on how we end up with this. And you'll probably see it again because now I want one. Remember I talked to y'all about being a walking billboard? I want one now. So I'm definitely going to make me one. And even because he's the one that's throwing me out a lot, like delivering the stuff. So I'm going to definitely make us some shirts with QR codes, even sublimation ones like this. Flock, you outdid yourself with this one. This is actually pretty dope. At first, I was like, is he crazy? He always asks me to do some crazy stuff, but I'm not going to lie, especially he's going through the airport. This is pretty dope because I think people will scan it just because, like, why does this person have a big old QR code on their jersey? So I think people will scan it just because of that, and then they'll see what it is, what it's for. But I mean, you kind of know, like, it's a barber. So, and he's a celebrity barber too. So, iPad, put your finger there. No, come on, no, give me, dummy. Especially with this one, you can put your finger there and turn it on yourself. Don't push it down. Hold on. I'm sorry. Girl, Siri, nobody talking to you. Okay, I don't know why she's not working. Okay, here, mommy turned it on. Okay, there you go. Have a good day. Bye-bye. Been waiting on this. LOL. Had my BN20 since October and I haven't opened it. Ooh, so I know somebody else. So what I might do when you guys are ready to, because I feel like when I did mine, when you look at their instructions, I looked at other videos, they make it too complicated. And when I was doing it, I was like, wait, why am I pulling all these out? So it was a really easy process when I did it. I know some people had a technician come do it, but it was like a seamless process. But I will say I didn't get like great footage of it because we were in our garage, like it's in our fulfillment center. So I didn't get great footage of it. So I might need to help one of you guys set yours up so I can at least get the footage of it, right? Yeah, I think so. You said the poly bleeds on the vinyl. I have done 50-50 and 100% cotton. So yeah, normally if it's a colored polyester, it will because this is basically like sublimation ink. It's the way it's dyed. So it will bleed through if you're not using a vinyl that has dye block on it. So it's called dye migration when it comes through. So you have to use one. Don't believe me, watch the one from yesterday. Oh, honey, that was the regular Caesar color print, and it turned gray. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for the stars. If those are stars over on Facebook, thank you for the stars. All right. So this is pretty dope. Pretty dope. I like this. All right, y'all. So no other questions for me. Thank you guys so very much for joining me again tonight because yesterday was a disaster. Can't believe. And the crazy thing is, like, I kept saying, no, I don't want to scorch it. I don't want to put the heat to the back because it's polyester, because especially with it being colored, if it's too high, you'll start to get those like the shiny marks on it. And that's another thing with using this one. This allows you to press it at a lower, like a much lower temp, because if it's up too high, on especially on black, and you're pressing it, you're gonna get those like scorch marks. It's gonna look really, really shiny wherever the heat press was. So that's why you want to use a vinyl that's made for lower temperatures. All right, I'm gonna make me a shirt. Oh, I want to make me a shirt. Like I have my QR code. I want to make me a shirt. Like I want to make me a shirt. So I'm gonna probably do that tomorrow. Probably need to do something on the fact that my heat press is on, but I'm not. All right. So, thank you guys so very much. Something's in my eyeball for joining me this evening. Until next time, have a great one. Oh, shameless plug before we leave. I know I already told y'all, we're gone. So some half y'all are probably ready to click off, but shameless plug before we go. Don't forget to visit our website for our products, hsinc365.com. If you click on the link in the description, which is our link tree, OMG, give me a second. It will take you to here. And from here, you can find all of those, like all of our resources. So it seems long, but we're putting like all of our links here. This will, if you want to set up your Shopify, you can go here, sign up for upcoming classes. So that will give you the, put you on our list. So I should have put, updates. Yes. So sign up for upcoming class updates. So if you want updates on our classes, like we have the learn the basics of Silhouette Studio in 30 days. That's coming up in March, from March 1st to March 30th. This has to change. So now it's not February 19th. You can click on this and sign up for the one on March 19th. If you purchase the class, or if you purchase the class, a pack of 8.5 by 14 paper or 11 by 17 paper, you can attend. That's why it's not there, because of the sale yesterday. I took off the class, the sublimation class. That's why that looks like that. I completely forgot about that. But so all of our products just go straight to the sublimation paper. You can click here and you're going to see the paper, and then you can kind of get a snapshot of it, see the prices, click on the one you want. It'll take you to the website for you to complete your purchase. You also have same thing for the ink. So I love, if you don't have a link tree, guys, that is a business essential. Get you a link tree. We do pay for ours. And then you have, because I like all the analytics and stuff from it, from how many people click on it, and that's how you know your numbers. This is everything for the 252 cartridges, everything for the 812 cartridges, all of the Eco Tank collection, and then this just takes you to the regular site. I don't know why I got that twice. This takes you to all of our social media places. So YouTube for HS Inc., YouTube for 365 Creative Academy. That's where you're going to find that playlist for this particular project from start to finish. Our Silhoueholics Anonymous YouTube for silhouette videos. Our Facebook groups, go ahead and join those. And I don't know why this one is here. That shouldn't be there. That's in a different section. But how to split full bleed for all over shirts using our tacky paper. It makes your job a whole lot easier. And then there's some more things there if you want to shop at Heat Transfer Warehouse, Johnson's Plastics Plus. We have a code there, 9PKD6, gets you 15% off. Your silhouette upgrades, resources for Creative Fabrica to get it for $1, design bundles, Mushka Designs. I'm going to be doing some stuff with that for my niece's birthday. And I was wrong. Last year was her golden birthday because her birthday is March 7th. March 8th is my sister's birthday. And then we have Hungry JPEG and so much more on here. So definitely bookmark our link tree, because I'm always going to be adding helpful links to it. Okay. All right. And like I said, visit our website, hsinc365.com. And now I realize why that came up that way, which let me tell y'all something. I know, some people feel like Wix is a lot easier for certain things, but man, when I tell y'all I love being able to make those quick little changes and stuff on the go, because this is how this is now, and it's because a class is missing because it was set to draft. Now watch, see how that looks all crazy? And it was because there was nothing in that collection. So now I'm going to make that one active so you can sign up for the Sublimation for Beginners and Business class. So now that is there. If I refresh this, all right, well, kind of give it a second. Oh, come on. What's taking it so long? All right, that is now active. It should refresh and it should have the class there. There we go. See? So that's why it wasn't, I forgot that class was in draft mode because it wasn't a part of the sale yesterday. So there we go. All right, y'all. There is my shameless plug. Until next time, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity and be incredible. Peace.